What's up, everybody? Adam Rank here from NFL Fantasy, here to count down my top 5 running back prospects for the 2021 NFL Draft, and of course, your fantasy drafts, which will be coming up this summer. Now, understand, I know this is a little bit of a cop-out. These rankings could change depending on where these players fall in the draft. If one of these guys goes to a team that's already got 2 established backs, don't get mad at me. Get mad at the team. But let's talk about these guys just based on talent and value alone. And at number 5, let's start with Kenneth Gainwell. Now, this is probably a player that you did not see play in college. You'd never heard of him. But you know what? You didn't see Antonio Gibson last year either, and he turned out pretty well. And you know what? I know that's a cheap, lazy comparison because they both went to the same school. They both went to Memphis. But the one thing that we love about Gainwell is that he could join a team right now that has an established running back and still carve out a role as a receiver out of the backfield. This guy could be a PPR monster in the right situation, so make sure that you keep an eye on him. Pay very close attention to where he lands in the draft. At number 4 is my guy, Michael Carter. He's not going to be a workhorse running back like a lot of the guys that we love, CMC, Dalvin Cook, Saquon Barkley, but he is the kind of guy who can excel in a backfield by committee. And I mean, it's 2021. Like there's hardly any bell cow running backs. It's a thing of the past, like the single bar face mask or anything like that. But this is a guy that once you get him on the field, he can do some amazing things. And one of the reasons that we really love him, he can catch the ball out of the backfield. And that's what we're looking for from these running backs. He's also good in pass protection. You'll hear me talk about this an awful lot because once these running backs can establish that they can block for the quarterback, that gets them on the field on third down. Michael Carter can do that, so keep an eye on him and the situation where he lands. At number 3, I have Javonte Williams. Now, this is where things kind of get interesting because I think that JayWill could be an excellent running back, and if you've never seen him play, kind of get into your mind somebody like Kareem Hunt. That type of runner, he's got that kind of power. He can hurt people, he can run over people, but he's also an excellent receiver. And to me, where he's going to land in the draft, you start looking at some of the mock drafts that DJ and Chad and Lance and Bucky and all our guys are doing, he could be the guy who ends up in the best possible position to be a sort of bell cow running back, but of course his running ability and his pass catching ability is going to make him a valuable commodity in your drafts. Now it becomes, this is it. Like we have 2 running backs that we're going through. At number 2, I'm going to put Najee Harris. And this is a tough one for me because I love both the running backs that we're going to be talking about. Harris especially, because when I see him run, I can't help but think of number 22 for the Chicago Bears, Matt Forte. He's got that kind of frame. He's a tall guy. He can jump over people. We've seen those highlights over and over again, but he's also a great receiver out of the backfield. And as you see, as we're going through this list, we're looking for guys who can catch the ball out of the backfield. That is where they're going to make the majority of their points. So I would have Harris at number 2, which means Travis Etienne ends up as my number 1 guy. Now, this is somebody that we've watched along with Harris for quite some time now. As a matter of fact, Etienne was a senior, so he comes in with a lot of experience and history. The one thing, again, that we really love about him is his ability to catch the ball. He excels in this screen game. And if you read my mock draft with a twist, I suggested to the Buffalo Bills that this would be a good guy to get on their team to kind of, take a little bit of pressure off Josh Allen. But no matter where he lands, he is going to be a big factor on third down and somebody that you can count on. But of course, we're going to keep an eye on where these players land in the NFL draft. And speaking of that, you can watch the 2021 NFL draft presented by Verizon to see where all of this year's prospects land. The event kicks off Thursday, April 29th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Urban Meyer and the Jags are on the clock with the number 1 overall selection. Watch the entire NFL draft on NFL Network. See you guys.